The Omo I know called because secondary school no. Be so me for best
I see.
If you say I was one of the last people I met sorry brand of the secondary school.
Hey.
Brand name. I said I mean a very personal, emotional, explosive encounter with Christ. Bibin to me shaking free as of way.
I see.
The core is so solid and so strong. Say women's ordination. Trinity, all this issue, ain't mean shaky side in flow. Nti asofo no a eba no say we ase na ma fefede bebere wo one way ya focus no ebe dane de me catch asofo brebia na say give your best to the Lord and the Lord will take care of you.
Wow. For me mamu nyina akwaba eba jumedia atunidi my story. This is the time my special guest share a life experience. Any sue hu ahodo awakomu tiene erade aboa ye yensa ka so for pani kese bako a me anana I couldn't wait say me pastor Beshia na afi atwetwe enkomo ene mesaka eye doctor ono on time person be friend doctor o say friend pastor Kwabena Donkor e wa ha ye ne no e ba betwetwe enkomo pastor me wa kwaba
yeja
pato na pomu e
yadum apomu ye
yeda
nso e
yankopon adum yenso ye ho eye pa Pastor, enede enya ne say interview ye ba betwetwe nkomo na ye di nkomo nipa bebre ate wonka oba 7th-day Adventist church the church will recognize you oba Ghana for mu so ye bowdin ba anwum tuo mu won te say Pastor Chumesi ono no na nenye on ba wo de wo hon se say bowdin e wo ho nti wo impact in the 7th-day Adventist church and a great bia wo de wo hu ni say but yeah watching we can see that tiene e ba be hwe wa hyase ne pempenso awade e de wa bedru na mama ni kan ka we say pastor wo free
mi krom ni de bisa man kasa ya na makonya trouble kire say ye nchipa free dwaben
okay
but tu bisa na kasa free antoa
okay
aware de e maame no ne nananom ba antoa
okay
nti hona nim wansa na aware de me maame so ba ntonso
I see
nti ne operate between ntonso ne antoa but ntonso na e wo me
I see
say me maame ba ntonso no wan hyedansa anko
okay
antoa bi okoti so wuye nse no abusuafo dodo no asa akọ dwaben nti ayesi ye nenam dwaben antoa ntonso ba si ade ntonso na wo hwe a ya basic pa
first update am you say when say yen saba school ya me 60 seconds
okay
na me your own profile kakra we say papa bi ani abre de den say we chrome na me boy no beti and I'm saying that me am nya na fe what me clarify now pastor me hu obusuan kakra we yire ana afi maro adede omo adomo
me the comfort
I see
me the comfort in the mentanka me kan adwoa
I see
the adwoa usia I see the need na ko comfort Donkor
I see
na nkrofo a need ho agro adwoa Donkor
I see
my friends are into me yire ne ya worry for since 1980 it's a 44 years
wow wow
and nyame my mami no oba na e panyin na boy no ediso oba na efre na fie brago
yes
and boy no de Kosi Kwatin Donkor
yes
but unfortunately I'm said omo North America and omo oba na free
yes
aka boy no nko
I see
Kosi
I see pastor yenhwe wahase na wa 4 years SDA fo ana
yes me mame no SDA ni me papa so sa na me mame ne wo fa bebre bi kura mpanyimfo pa de omu ni no ne no Kosi Amponsa
okay
Mr. Mofabia otwemu no ofri mu no ne yire anti comfort omu papa
I see
ho asem na mekan me mame ne wo fa no Kosi Amponsa ona mo atene ho asem ko kan nyamsem kura no Mr. Opam no ba sori no mu obi ana ne ne eden kakra wa asafo no pa anti mpanyimfo pa no de omu ni o ka Kosi Amponsa obi ani no wantoa nti we come from a very Adventist home yes
nti wono omotena che ya na
me na nande me na ntena se ekọ afuom wanto a ye wonto nso nya na ekọ afuom wanto a
okay
ekọ afuom wanto a de a ye bekọ fia akoto me na nanam ne no wadidi nkomo a na asa abanto nso
but when your parents they wono omotena
me parents them no omotena ya kosi se me ekọ university Me fa me tenanton so up to 1974 me ko university.
Wow.
And I'm free ho me ba Asante New Town.
So na efiesit na ska wo fie na acha say no.
Me papa ahyase ne de na wo sika. Oba ntonso ne kwabere mamu a ono nko ona ne ton cresin e wo kwabere area ho nyina. Ti na ne fie ye but chire no bra me duru se bia me be ko secondary school ho na fe asetan mo aye de granty ho de na niema nko yi papa
ye hwe church ni nipa bebreta aka say especially we younger I say umu ame ko nti na won so wodi achire
the omo aye no ko because secondary school no obi say me abe so for besre wo kra.
I see.
If you say I was one of the last people I make sorry bra me obi kwa secondary school me kwa sorry. And I was kind of a difficult person. Na me mpekasa, but me ha adwene kakra. People remember me say me ma dining hall. Me ma sorry.
Dining hall ma say ska wo fia na wo
me makoda obekọ akọfọ maduane
abre.
Bebre ni Billy Mr. Anamba Billy say o New Jersey Delaware.
I see.
Billy. Ona na akọfọ maduane bre me.
I see.
Me di me kui no Crawford Meduane breme.
No mo fro say. Oh high school no fro say.
Obi ama me nickname
I see.
But people knew me like that. Until I saw them na me nche dan ko me course 6 form opokuare.
I see.
Fiba kwan no. E ho na e don on me say me ma menimre. Ba no so achire no niam san take ko die. Na me free opokuare ho na me ba University of Science and Technology be land economy. In my second year, no, na minya a massive conversion experience. Is a me take it as seriously. Say me and kasa de me hununti na me so. To all this one, it was just.
Pastor, ebeba hono so na who can education. Say I can see say from Bekwai Opoku or we na big schools even back then. This is cry. I said nimdie munzo na to say na wa bia na.
Sana nkrofo ka. Sana na nkrofo ka de.
Now, man so kind so man so kind
ono so kasa de
anyway
I'm said the man crofo kasa what course we nyina in fact me ko German yes we no nima de pa minya first class e land economy na enye common
so obinya sa
those days na hanti ama crofo susu se minima de but you say born na me bo me homework de kakra.
I see. Now you share our time at University may redo profile be enyuma o troya watching the economy in friendly.
Yes.
I was told say started from University. Obet me am a little ikakra.
Yeah, so what happened and I said Bram bedru University now. All this time to me quite sorry.
Oh, now
in fact, me quite sorry. You was singing group. You started group your friend Echoes. So basically, that's what University hall. You started me, Pastor Say, brother Entry Emmanuel, and a brother back from George Daddy.
I see.
No London, see or retirement. But I started here. Until now, me quite sorry. But Obrana yet.
I see.
Obrana yet. I said I make a brain intimate some things be happened. 1975, I mean, a very personal, emotional, explosive encounter with Christ. And normal. And it really affected me spiritually. As a son, my outlook on life, everything. And Sabrans not mean shed any musa.
I see.
But me mammy, no to them. Composed of Jumness animal. I think said it was native. Juno was native, but it hadn't been developed. And a basano, and I'm here imagine say a fee conversion makes music, because when that 100% a better say drum. Nambishia brother Biwo Amakum Ai Kwabe Paninum or none was starting our notation near the other. And out of sa conversion experience, and a jump can be friend,
Wow. Pastor, you know you're very powerful. A moon sem no so to boas and as a wootia. A brainty, a be a new side, no, so you bet you later on. You per se more. So, after University, I know it's when you ran a convention started here.
Yes, that was 1976.
1976. From then on, I'll do run ministry in Mana.
That me to us we land economy.
Okay.
We could land economy 1978. And I'm here teaching assistant.
Okay.
University for another year. 79 I query and I'm in employment with Tema Development Corporation. Okay. Tema. And I move back Tema.
Okay.
Until all this while, I can't my ministry no more. And I'm a free Tema hono. San call Australia. University of Sydney. Call my master's degree in regional planning. Now me san back. Beye Juma Kakra. Until 1987. No, 86. 86 no enna afi. Just a Nancrophobia suggested Pastor Norte, Pastor Uswemchi, Pastor Saki, who say, you have to come into the ministry. And meanwhile, baby, I may a Jumano so. It ya me kay, but the Nanke bit me a man yam home so. Mean to me, yes, sir, because of my conversion into a bribery in any man. Okay. Meanwhile, so you are my co a Jumano, my common, ya bay me say. Me acting chief estate officer. Until I say we have impediment. And my other impediment for any other. Until that be I make free my bar. Na my back catch my wife. Troubles I'm go through no. Until that could be me by me in Dinkomana. Make I say. And I mean yai me kurana. Me koso no say some them my catcher of sad my wife kind.
No so support to Christ in the co.
So my catcher until that ya wada no. Na my resignation.
Wow.
And I made a TDC for hey. And I feel me call South Ghana conference a percent bears of.
Wow.
That's how it happened.
Wow. So I feel we journey life and then here never Dr Kwabena Donkor and Adjei and come to say you right choir pastor it's era a year as of dear muti. All resigned one day na.
One day no.
Na nas of mameta wachi.
Aye.
All right. Yenhwe and so what this of mamia be media and then na brebe na worry and sana ya beto aso afri ho.
Enti 79 na fe mabatema no. Okay. Enti 1980 no. And na ya worry.
Na ka love story nka krema enti na boys na aka say SD for memma no ya no monyum asofo no pastor o de
me the sui generis, so baby baby. Because Obana Mware no, meaning Adam for men Casabia to say, yes, I mean, could I dim como, baby. But circumstances because so, like I say, he has said, Mamma Dutemano, worry. Yes, and I'm a worry. And Tiafino, me share no. And near be an course previously, no, I get a banner so. I see. But on the only Hoshi. I see. In Tisabre, no, pastor, be a friend, Pastor Preston, or Washington, D.C. No, be a crusade, be quiet. The crusade, no more just my points, and I'm able born in a face. I see. But only the only Hoshi. I see. And the weekend, and me be quiet. Until me call crusade, and I say Friday, no. Until say Saturday, no. Also for no we ne preaching na omo kofie no me hu so okọ na me di nachi tiem se sabre ne aduru se be kwa Sunday no ho na bibisa e ho na mfre nam se adwo no twa na ni no onim class me di nachi am so be ware hey just like that to us I feel why confused no chaos in and just go catch me papa no me answer and I'm so well say me what temanti the BCBA and I'm the actually ja pastor Uswemchi. Say on between our border man here. But me the same samba back to Tema. I'm best at Bejuma Mandinti. I'm sa dear Betchi Sunday and upon Nimpenium phone. Reply by say a quanda ho. Amen. Me actually my also full century in Papana. I see. Omo ehwe no ho ade na fe obatem. Wow. Me dey no dey different. Different. All right. Nti ye beto aso na time on my ho kwai 40 years of marriage. I want to more lessons bia especially pastors. Ye beba ho. Nti we dey ye to aso finally we call conference o kai so person be so for no omo receive we say was it smooth? Pastor Eboboni Nana Oho. For some reason near Klekepa. Eboboni there it was very very cordial. But emu hono nneɛma no yɛ den kakra ɔmo yɛ no sɛ me ni any theological training a
muntimi ma
me sɛ nti den sɛ de sɛ me kɔ aswa sa be dey friend aswa
Babcock
ha nti me kodi ho 1 quarter.
Okay.
1 quarter na me kodi ho aswa ho. Na sɛ de nneɛma ntie no na mo am papa. Meanwhile no, in fact me was Australia no. Na pastor nso antwi no abeduru Andrews University. Nti na afrɛ me aka kyem so omo anya admission ama me wo Andrews. Nti me free Australia ama me nko back to Ghana. Coming run am say David. Me the Commonwealth scholarship na call.
Okay.
I really have to go back. Nti omo defer
admission
no. Nti me wo Ghana nti bra me resign ye no. Na kyesa afa me say me pursue we no. Ena ka se me nko aso anko di quarter no ba se ne nko yi na me ka chiro pastor so ntwim se well me giri se me kwa kopese visa se binya visa dia e ba Andrews no. Fortunately me ko enom de visa ma me no mdi na me wife ne nkwara no.
Oh.
Ena me se me nko. Ti me ba na me wife ran ka chem se se na odwene ye ho dia wo de ko nya me no abekire. Ena chese me ba e.
Wow.
Fortunately me ba no asem se 2 months. No mo sa ko embassy when e mo visa no.
Wow.
And also be kind.
This time no now. Wow. This time now we shall feel no number say no.
Me sure.
Because what your masters cry wa buchira sa ba wa ye adwuma.
Yes. Me sure. Na me go 35, 36,
okay.
37.
Still young. Okay. Till bedru then time kwase no akwa buchira penti na nya ade fufuru bia ati. How was life on Andrews campus?
Well, first it was tough. I remember say Pastor Century no ha ne Pastor Pipim no ha no mbeka. Time na say me ban. O mama me visa. They did not say me ba summer school because in those days no seminary no say wunye Greek untumi me start MD for no.
Okay.
Me so me ni saade no bia. Nti na say me be summer school Greek.
No nko ansa.
Ansa na o metumi admit into the program. Nti o man fa visa na ma me ye delayed no me beduru ye no. Ye ko hunu seminary associate dean or Dr. Dedrin.
Okay.
No, say no, you can't come to the program. You can't be in the MDiv program.
Wow.
Because I also only Greek. Summer school so chem. Timikai pipimne pasosonchi. Omo gina ha no say no, he'll be fine. Yesu minim de omo kanom so be challenge. I had no clue what they were talking about.
No, me a student and I know
more. Omo a student.
Omo a student at that time.
Omo students.
Okay.
I'm say me challenge. TPN am say asembe na mo kanom say ye ko bookshop akoto Greek book amount.
No akosia
na akotwere exam.
Wow.
I mean, my past.
Wow.
That's how
Praise the Lord.
It was rough. It was rough.
Rough ni esikasem na
rough any additional seminar because you anyway.
Yeah.
My wife na ye adwuma sabre no. No ye ni krata de adwuma. Ko clean broni bi fie no am $10. Eno kora so ko clean as what this can be ma no.
Yes.
And the moon some day ye ka da we ho ba kese pa chese ye ni car so.
Oh, Andrews.
The same Andrews
no.
Shop in a friend store ko reference ya.
Apple Valley.
Apple Valley. Akoto America kakra ni Apple Valley snow su gu from wo ba we abedru baby e da no hwe ase say pua.
Oh,
America ni adi ni na de gu from. Ye na ye jay adwuma be dey. But it was rough. It was rough. Master of Divinity. It was tough. Actually, you konyinya adwuma or Twixwood Nursery. Omo akọ Andrews in the omuni. You koye adwuma mi nyina ye adwuma or Twixwood Nursery ho. Nti it was so rough say. No mo insist entna ho nye PhD na say no. It won't happen. It's been too much. Ye beko. Ti mu ho na chese arrangement bi ba say mentna ho nsa nye PhD no chese de to aso.
All right, yenhwe the academic side, for you to rise to GC level, not the whole SD or more theology, since I say second be hono, obey a part no. During your seminary time, no, omuhun bibi ewo omu ana. Say you have those potentials ana.
Me I be too personal to me my details. I was doing very, very well.
Okay.
I was doing very, very well.
Okay.
After sa Greek, you know, Dr. Dedren was who be beside.
Grade now, no.
Because me the 2 weeks spend study Greek.
And I quote testing out.
Testing no, there's a grade in so me no.
Wow.
No, be beside. I said no, keep on the eye
on you.
And I think throughout, classes in there was only one at the beer, but me person me can why by me B+.
I see. Wow.
And TM said me wo hono na o mo dwene me.
I see.
And I think the eco san ko yes am so say. So obia wo baby our strengths.
Oh, yeah.
Me could take in mind be class. Dr. Kanalibi. Na omo akwa Andrews ni a philosopher. Okazakora won't ask but me taking a class and me who say Papa he has something to offer. Although I don't completely understand your work, I want to draw close to him. Nti me name young could be a chiro Michigan Conference class secretary. Then kasa say bra ma bere han nti mesa ko Ghana na me papa is my PhD with Sapa. Nti me ba mpese oboa me no see who dey drew her mama. And unfortunately, arrangement in the Belmont. I was stick close to Canalino.
Okay.
And again, to tell you, it wasn't easy. Because in my background, I mean, philosophy that.
Yeah.
Canalino, he pushed me. Ankasa. Books so making kind, Bernard Lonergan, Viridolis, all kinds of philosophies. Heidegger, all these. And that for no so.
I see.
Almost Sabrina. Almost a PhD in systematic theology, almost specializing in philosophy, no more also. I quite to say, I was the first student to make sure a dissertation of that kind with Dr. Kanalino.
Wow.
I don't see that my a little unique.
Yeah.
To be an untin man, microphone,
recognize it.
Now,
what is no what about the your role there in Kanka?
Mature about methodology.
Okay.
Papa be near friend Thomas Oden. No, I Drew University.
Okay.
I think was it North Carolina? Drew University. And now I come up with Adjei, your friend, consensual methodology. And I mean, person me say the consensual methodology. No, is it something? A bit to me applicable to Protestant theology. Until me examine the consensual theology of Thomas Oden, whether say it is consistent with the Protestant sola scriptura principle.
Wow. Now
it was very, very dry. I mean, very, very technical.
Who conclude you say
we will see.
We'll
see. It's actually defense, Another big theologian, almost study theology, no name. Millard Erickson.
Okay.
On obey me external examiner.
Okay.
And Timenena Casano say, well, after having read Wadiano, Odin is my friend. I need to talk to him.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. And what Chikrano, Erickson, me joined them with some other scholars, evangelical scholars, and we produce a mature chapter in that book.
Wow. Wow. All right. So I think I'll share and Dr. Kwabena Donkor and Adjei and Komo about the life, the ministry. The drew no yet time Pastor Trolling teases away. Now, Pastor, so far on Yanka, so pastor church experience. That I mean, now young pastor church be yet na.
There be just almost family Ghana. 86 to 87 now made by the Tema
church
district.
Okay.
Sherman's. I have a new district called Ningoni Num Pram Num about 23 churches.
Wow.
And I feel I'm a buy now, not just Mbura seminary. 93 now, me comprehensives. Name be BR, Sabre one. Nana Ghanaian churches here starting.
Starting waha.
I just say, we have first Ghana, and Toronto, Nana, Ewohopa, and Nana Pastor Suenchi, Ewo first Ghana, 2 more person forces so.
Okay.
Ewo Toronto, but not Toronto. I saw no name yet. I say on between at the Amos when to farm us or so for mom stipend.
Stipend.
Until now drive free Andrews.
Now call.
Now me call. Timo Hona na church bi wo Toronto ho, friend Malton Church. And the sorry ekesi. Omo asofo. To know hwehwe sofo do ma me call interview no bi. Na Malton for no pick me say me no mpɛ me.
I see.
And the Ghana de na bata. And
wow. How was ministry in Canada? Combining the Ghanaian church and can say how was it the early part of your ministry?
We really enjoyed ministry in Canada. Which I should say a whole was the first substantive ministry now you're getting into now. We loved the churches, we loved the members, and I think to a great extent they also loved us back.
I see.
Yeah, basically, that friendship no be taught in term.
That's all.
Both from Malton Church, it was and then English. Now Brofo Kakra and Islanders in Kakra and a Ghanaian church. Relationship that will make me a bobby, but one go bobby and I go for Hoban.
Toronto Church during your time now, a year organizer now, and at that time
yes, that time no, and a year organized, and I decided to say. You best started second church and started Heritage Church. No, when you're at well, you started Heritage Church.
All right. So, how many years? Toronto.
Me did about 11 years.
11 years.
11 years.
All right. Then I only call G's.
Meaning bravo, but
you're America.
Okay.
You're America.
So what happened? And they say, Bra me Pastor Malton, and I think this was 2002. Yes, 2002 or 2001. And now obituary article be a ministry magazine on postmodernism. Okay. I said, "Me catch you say canal into go push me into these areas. How much I said no there. I say minimum what's going on.
I see.
To obituary 2 serious articles be about ministry magazine. Now me kind me yemu shame. Today me can say who is minding this church? Say I saw for magazine. Now obi a pushy postmodernism like this. I don't yentiana.
Yeah, man,
publishes ana. Kaina Kwabena Chum. No, you crusade, Pastor Chum. No, you crusade whatever. Until on them yam says I'll respond to this article. That's what I told them. I'll respond. And the article in the second series in the buyer, and I don't know I'm true. The response. Again, no say na Pastor Raul Dedrin. So I feel I family to say me ba.
Okay.
Nti me try didn't we am the command.
So you can read.
What's a Kwabena? Nobody will understand this. Tone it down. Nti na ke 3 pages. Nti me reduce beef up kakra na be 5 pages. And now me the command ministry magazine for. I'm so won't publish it, but I think I've gotten it off my chest. To the own pelmon. Tisabri na se me wie na actually na me chira de wo Mexico Montemorelos.
Okay.
Na me chira de ho na me wife friend say womo so hia picture. And I'm so okay, we na mo fan come on. To the core. No more publish the articles. Now, where after the fact, in a meeting, I catch how I went to.
Okay.
After the fact.
Okay.
And to me, Ohano will be frame me. Possibly I come frame me. Now, I'm be there so frame me.
Then tell them no GC and
no GC. No, I'm say, come around here and crophobia from down also. One here, our conference presidents be from. I'm say, sir. The day I was mama was me been to me on be from. Oh, Quincy Mana, my conference president, no. Afre say, Pastor Donkor, you might be receiving a call from the general conference. Don't accept it. I'm so there.
I'm saying don't accept it.
Or some accept it. Toronto. And I'm so okay. We will see. Juan, director of BRI, and also so Andrew Rodriguez, Angel Rodriguez. So Frey, and we'll see. Position be abedaha na ye interview nkrofo.
I see.
Na ya bolding na ye pese odwene ho serious na bo ho pai. To okan dem me catch the answer well for all I know no I am happiest when I'm involved with books.
Okay.
And almost set up appointment na me and my wife nyina call ye. Ye ko interview no. Ye we ye na ho no na Andrew Rodriguez catch him say me nko check dan. Na mambu anokora.
Kohwehwe dan.
Nkohwehwe dan. Na me heba na my wife say that. Ote papa na say na so jawasem. Ye mfa awazi kohwehwe dan. Mitie na say mo anka dan anka me sibu $30,000.
Wow.
So I put you na menti no. Anyway, enti eye na anche no mfrese. Me na o ma pick me say memra.
Wow.
But I feel after the fact in America. So what happened? They say, me respond to article. No? Nipa na me be take the position of Biblical Research Institute. No? Or na no ye director at the time.
Okay.
Dr. Reed.
Okay.
Say man no the article no buy. Dr. Reed no huni. And na oko complain ye na say nkrofo be trash him.
Okay.
Enti bra me respond no ye no. And her Rodriguez ne huno article. And was she obu say no de kwa was George, you have been vindicated. Abrantie we na atro.
Wow.
And the bra reading this article or return or kron. No say what about that young man who wrote that article on postmodernism? No am sa for magazine. And I'm the coach pastor be there say do you know this boy? No say I know him.
My boy.
And from the corner by eventually.
Wow.
So that's how it happened.
Wow, that's amazing. This is the first time I met you this story. Wow, and then finally, a call.
And then they call.
Bible Research Institute.
Yes, article now me throw on postmodernism. And a man microphone now getting back so of Biblical Research Institute.
Wow. Yeah, Beno Echo, but in common so de. Pass out you call on the show impact. Adventist theology. I know to get into the end, I'm going to ask you this question about the way our church neko with our theology. But I remember say when I was in Babcock, what was about school Bakobi.
Yes.
And on a day, and in fact, I was very happy. Now me in Nigeria, and I was part of the Sabbath school teachers. Me maybe I'm doing chores about school in Ghanaian. Near the whole and on a then I had that privilege, to write.
Generally, say Uba Biblical Research Institute to her. Yaron pese unya contribution bisa.
Okay.
Enti most likely so be a boko akwa Biblical Research Institute no. Ombemo atro.
Okay.
Sabbath school. To omo hwe area omo feel say o strengths and our interest wo no. Na omo amo atro. In this case no omo pese omo ye fundamental beliefs.
Okay.
So Sabre na fi 2005 near core general conference there another belief beka ho me 2018
yes
tina discussion kakra ewo ho and to person initially no person ka me trust about school on that particular topic spiritism yeah the adeno and decide no me 28 fundamental beliefs ni nyina na me ma emphasis
enkoye ho
no anti me trust me reduce ni nyina within 13 lessons. I think to some extent it was successful.
Yes. In fact, idea I think say one are the first Ghanaian, if I'm not mistaken.
Actually, the first black.
The first black to write a whole quarter.
Biblical Research Institute. Quarter. My name is a black. Be actually be there. I think. Yeah. I think I could be the first
black. First, right. And Sakran and Ghana for instance, they are first Ghanaian.
I could say the first African.
African.
It's possible say Black American be a Calvin Rock no but African there could be the first African.
I see. All right, Pastor, you share the theological issues of our church. I know say momo holiday momo na ubeze mo na mo de pens inside as you. Enti say issues bena is shaking this church in terms of theology.
As at the time may be free holiday. There are issues to be persistent.
Okay.
And there is a reason why those issues are persistent because it go to the foundation of Adventism, say, and no, what we call the pillars. BBT says sanctuary. The role and position of Ellen White. So, and they investigate all the cluster of doctrines and nam sanctuary brebia under attack.
I see.
You know. But later, after issues of ordination, all of a sudden, the Trinity became a very big issue. Yeah, until all around the world, we're fighting over the issue of the Trinity. Now, there is a general tendency with, we live in a postmodern world. Until the idea say we are acceptable.
Yes, to everyone.
To everyone, yeah, until you find what some call liberal influences, a person creep into the church in a postmodern. I would rather say postmodern influences, a person bathroom where everything is relative, be a relative. Don't be so strong and dogmatic about this or that. Say, truth. People become uncomfortable.
Okay.
There are some scholars who take a hard stance now. I say you are fighting battles within the church with those scholars, and some are almost outside. Don't feel say we are a cult, we are unique. With investigative judgment on all these issues. These are where we are. So over Africa, I would say the most serious issue, and then we came up with the book Church Culture and Spirits, spiritualism, Pentecostalism. For me, these issues, charismaticism, I have sometimes I become too blunt. Say ya sorry no wo abibimamu. Ebeduru baby no wo hwehwe me nda sorry na. If you say a metamorphose akoye bibibi. So ya kwa sorry me nda na ade but ukọ nipa na nkasa mu a omonte ase Bible money very charismatic and Pentecostal. This is my greatest fear. It's about sub-Saharan Africa. My fear for the church.
All right. Talking about your fear for the church, of late, one of the issue I know is pushing the church women ordination. I know GC stand is against, but there were some conferences and so almost be a different thing. Some young people know say, what is going on? Church, we don't have one authority and no die no betray we say I didn't think GC Timika seminar conference being so ye be before. I didn't think Timisi sir. Okay,
one say the issue of ebia said the nipa binum te ade na se ato nkyenya. There are difficult questions on both sides. Okay. Yeah, among scholars, they recognize this. Okay. And they have lived with it for a long time because he said, almost a crisis here and the last time the buy. So the theological issues not to Kenya. On say, I saw no the way I organize no. There is a certain level of autonomy. I say, be a dinikui. No social issue where between a kahwasem. I see. Yes, see on say ubikurati asorumwa. So church pastor no. Office obi enti me bone chem so. You see? Enti conference bi fi so enti me cheme so. I see. And na to asokosa and unions no be feel say they have authority to take certain matters in their own hands. Enti yen kasa no your body politic na structure no and many people feel say more that independence no so on be man. But
Emma Fili and I said that is it.
I would say there have been legal authority. There were between North American Division, Nigerian Conference. Yeah. There were very tense legal negotiations. I don't know all the details. But you see, as far as I'm concerned, I think it is best when the church at GC session, you make a decision and you abide by it until the Lord leads us into different direction. That is the position I personally take. Me and Kasama Guinea, me wo fasa ade no. I would subsume it under the session nakan. So it doesn't mean say me jemu. But me bo hom pa say nyame pese sa adwene na ebedi asafo no mu demo ono amakwan menumra.
Pastor, what SDA church here? Is it possible say there will be a time division between abemu na junior, do you have those fears, especially some of these things?
Me, sir. But I should say, Ebia, the entire me say, So what memenda so mo ase a what I call the pillars na ekura asafo no sa na ma wenum bie ni ho a esheki sa ade no.
I see.
If you say eno na masafo no asafo, incidentally the book I've just wrote a book which has come out through the general conference.
Title near
the pillars of Adventism.
Okay.
In the world today. So being Seventh-day Adventist and knowing why. Online. Okay. So what is Sasemnasia? Bibin to me shake free as of women.
I see.
The core is so solid and so strong. Say women's ordination, Trinity, all these issues ain't to me shake is hard in Nti mempa bonne say ya software your leaders would come to understand the pillars of the church and be solidified. Say, I don't believe say if you say this is our foundation is unshakable in my view.
Ebrew man ka that aspect ni na so kranka yebeko. Now Pastor Yemra, I know say we retire.
Yeah.
But Pastor still ya branching akra. We say what
kasa no na kasa.
Pastor, they say if I say what you are home. So what ministry ni mo hwe asofo aye by mo young people ni there. Foot will be now the ma young any ministers as they say ye wo for a forefront.
A foot ya me de be man say so we a young person. Take the time fabre asafo no a wodi mu sofo. Asafo no ne tibia ne nature. And again I'm talking again about the pillars
of the church.
So just say senka wo ye adwuma Coca-Cola. Now you pay Coca-Cola mo. O pese wo Coca-Cola. What makes it tick? And so what makes Adventism tick? What be demons of?
I see.
The fear sometimes I have and I say, possible say one here won't take the time to really know Adventism. So the futu am the young people and say, Fabre, take the time. Na whom say, I sorry I made demons of we. I sorry know what makes it tick. The decline. The tosum you know, obon samani abre asafu iso.
I see.
Enti asofo no a eba no. Say we ase na ma fefe de bebere wo. Wan hwe yi a focus no ebe dane. The me catch asofo brebia na say give your best to the Lord. And the Lord will take care of you.
Wow.
Wo de ye wadwene say o pese o so nyame ani. O pe applause bia me nyame na applaud. So what the say wadwene a nyame ankasa obehira. When hum pai was he will take care of you. But one way you are now they say sika ne we are seeing man be could do anymore. More so for the one kasa kra when nye ho. And na Emma enye success also in my view.
I see. Pastor, I see if na what two as of food I think it's o two as of man so from a beer Pastor, by the way, we are Bible Research Institute for how long?
16 years.
16 years. And I know so we free who Ghana needs to be share one night. I don't know if because you are that. But I know say or qualified to be there.
Qualified but what's on the
other but it's good. I'm very happy and I know say Ghana for we are happy say at least if you Ghana in the side buy because he deserves to be there. But yes. You call the church members no so if we to obey now the be my members.
Asem na kwete say akoko ni kusu asem. Members na na kwetwe nsem no ba no. On charismatism ni ade America say ekoso nyina no. Many one conference with Ghana ministers share. And they were frank. As a man na pesa ade. Now so for feel say wa anya sa. As a man ni nye ho. And answer when you're powerful. This animal, not this asofo no concern. But what I was saying, I say akoko ni kusu say. Say asofo no so very strong. With Adventist pillars any identity no. They will teach the members. Enti member no class na ni ne kon no na yakoso abontin no no akotwe abro na before so no say nti wo so yes ade man so nti asafoma no so mo tie ase se memenda som no eye som soronko a ente said the try ho ahia no. We are a unique movement, the remnant. Nyame de adwuma potin bi ahye yensa. Se me ya asafo ba. Eno na se mama mani ko ho. Na nye asasi su yedie, I mean prosperity gospel. That is what really funds charismatism and Pentecostalism. Nye me da sorry.
All right, Pastor, thank you so much. Maybe you better wrapping up on this aspect. Also for any the family, another big issue in the ministry. As you said, the pastor was retired. What do you want? Bibi or one can be very different, and how did you manage the ministry and the family? Person can you na boom?
Many say also for the year ministry no. Ubetimi a tear free. Also for the year awari no. I don't know if I'm clear. So what I'm saying is that the marriage, you know, goes hand in hand with the ministry, you know. In other words, say, also for the year, no, and yet very closely knit. They will not be closely knit in their ministry. So, and say. So for the bond do very well. Obviously, on the bond so our ministry. And minimum where you start, but I will say, also for the year, no, and make sure so now with the same focus. And yes, be also for no, I thought that I won't walk you a juma. Yeah, meaning won't walk you a juma media. A basa, there will be a problem. Basa so for no be a problem. If you say it is a focus on and yet back. But they make us that unity no anywhere the ministry will suffer. And as a so many focus back. Sika semu omodachi ade here omo wiase ni nyina together a best spell into the congregation ama yedwumasa
Pastor Nyamisha say ne uma ho kwan na ye ne wo twetwe nkomo mayishra na meso see a lot of advice what they am nyina no, and I know say be aso for mo hwe ye omo ye young omo that's what ministry nyina no will learn from your conversation. Bibia di ho adanse say utu who see ho yes obey nyame adwuma yie no, and I can see that in your line. So we nyame adwuma yenye ya adwuma say yen yie. I think say no nero adede ma also e dey dream pempe so nti Yeniaso, we are so proud of you. You have no idea. Awesome. Ghanaians, the pastors, Seventh-day Adventist Church as a whole, we are also proud of you for your contribution to the church. No wonder said this weekend the Columbus Church, the Ohio Church is in Nayeka to honor you. A break crowd my own kwam yan kan nyum side. So and nyum there was na make and nyum dey say what ye nimu Pastor Chumesi ba no ka ya na there's new who say asofo ye nenye. So Pastor Kwabena Donkor di ho da ye ne so Pastor Chumesi die na enya onu de ne ye na mesome de ye so intino Pastor Nyame
wo de ya wo si ye ho na ma wo sa abaso bo no
eno de mi ala mma abaso all right I don't know me okwa ne ye de yankomo twetwe no aba awie Nyame eya adom anopa osom no so for ne be preach ache ebio in the afternoon no ehọ na yebobo sofo nso aba so ehọ na ebia na new ministry no so no ehọ nkomodie no bebre na bebati pasa Nyame enhia me pese bebo mpa ye ehira dwumadi so amae
edo ase awurade ebre bia wo ne awoye wona eye wo pese ne den eba Columbus ha ebi hia betwetwe nkomo bebre ni aka ye srew de aka ye samfom so bia ba mu a Yesu nti fa chei amen. Yes, Ron Senkomo yedi ma enso aba aba ebe hyewo anuonyam hyira wasafo hyira wasafo ma sisi ye nyina ma wo nkwagye a enida so a eba no homeda ne ewura mu yesra obetew ye ho se de wasam kire e wo Yesu Kristo din nti amen
amen.